Who is Kenny Veach, you may be asking? Kenny Veach is a person who used to own a YouTube channel called The Night Snake Bite McGee, but you might know him from the M Cave case. I learned about this case 2 days ago, and now just making a video on it today. So, welcome! I'm Mr. Impossible. You have no idea who I am. And let's start with the backstory. So recently, Kenny Veach did just quit his job to pursue his passion of art in this case, of inventions. He made inventions like the toilet paper spring-loaded roller, and he even had a Shark Tank pitch, which you could find a few on this channel, Snake Bite McGee. That does come up later if you're curious. Now, the real story starts with this video from Serious Disclosure. Exclusive. This channel investigates extraterrestrial life. This is the video Kenny left his infamous comment on, is the video talking about alternative energy coming from Area 51. Now, from my source, it does have the comment, but I'm gonna be honest, it's kinda hard to read. Not because I'm sad, no, it's just because the ends are blurred. But I'll read it to you anyways. This ain't nothing. I'm a long-distance hiker. One time, during one of my hikes out by Nelvlist, full space, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to this cave was shaped like a perfect capital M, the M cave. I always enter every cave I find, but as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate. The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating came. Suddenly I became very scared and hightailed it out of there. That was one of the strangest things to ever happen to me. Now, after this, comments were saying, "You're lying," and even some other comments encouraged him to go out and find it. Now, I do want to clear one thing up. A lot of people do blame these comments a lot more than I think they should. These comments obviously were kind of dumb, but Kenny's an experienced hiker, so. Now, after that, Kenny Veach decided, you know what? He will go back out, and he was determined to find this cave. Now, if you type in M Cave Hike, you'll probably find his video first. Not certain. So he traveled out into the desert, and he didn't find anything during this trip. Found some animals, and he found some pretty interesting things, but he didn't really find anything. There is speculation that there were people watching him, or even animals watching him, but that doesn't really hold any weight, and I can only find from one account, which also has 354 videos on this case, which is insane to me. So, after that, he went home, and some footage that didn't make it into the video was found of him drinking beer at his car. I think the footage was 6 minutes long. And yeah, the footage does exist, you can see it, but I'm not gonna go look too deep into that. So he decided to go plan out into a second hike, trying to find this cave again. Now, he went to this hike, his family didn't really worry about it, because this was normal for him, because he usually went into hikes, and nothing really shocking about this one. But he didn't return. After 3 days, I believe, his family called him missing, and a search team went out to try and find him in the desert. After a week or 2, or 3 days, can't remember which, his phone was found in a mine shaft. Now, let's go into that theory. Did he fall into the mine shaft and die? No, I don't think so. Sure, his phone was found into the mine shaft, but he could have just dropped his phone into the mine shaft, you know. Might have just dropped his phone into that mine shaft. Or someone might have put it there on purpose. But his body wasn't found in the mine shaft, no trace of him was found there, and he spent way too long talking about that. It was the mine shaft in his first video. He spent way too long talking about it there to feel like, wow, he accidentally fell in. It just seems weird. Is he still alive out in the desert? Is the next thing I'm gonna cover. I don't think so. I don't think he's alive in the desert, and I don't think he's alive either. There's another theory that says he's still alive, but he's living under covers. That he's behind the scenes, I should say. There's not much evidence to support this. His mother and some of his family seems to believe it, but there's not really much to support that. There was a video filmed from his sister stores of RMr breaking in that looked similar to him, but I think it was later proved to not be him. Now, most theories suggest that the government accidentally killed him when he stumbled too close to Area 51. I think this one holds not a lot of weight, but some weight. I think, yeah, maybe he stumbled too close to Area 51, since he never used a map or compass, and military just shot him. It seems extreme, but it could have happened very easily. Like I said, there's not much to support this one, but other people have stumbled near Area 51, and there was this YouTuber who took like a few steps into Area 51, and military people already went after him and pointed a gun toward him and forced him to comply. Luckily, they got off us really pretty scot-free, but it was pretty brutal, so military is known for being pretty brutal in that case. What about all these other theories? Now, what about if he just died and got lost in the desert? That might have happened, but there was such extensive search parties and people covering his trails from his first video and exploration of that place. It seems like it only could have happened. There were two other theories that no one takes seriously. The two other theories is that he found the M cave and found aliens in it. Is now living with the aliens. Or the aliens killed him. Yeah, no one takes that one seriously. And the other one is that he found an alternate dimension. Yeah, no one also takes that one seriously. There are two people who claim they found the M cave, but I don't think no one has. There has been many tries. The first person who claims they found the M cave was following the exact track Kenny was following in his, and this one's probably more likely the M cave. So, this one is on ground level. It's not shaped like a perfect capital M though, but it was weirdly covered up. It was covered up like someone forced it to do that, like the rocks are pushed together. Now, obviously, he didn't open the cave, he didn't push the rocks out of the way. That seems like a pretty idiotic decision, but yeah, after a few minutes, he didn't vibrate, but instead he became nauseous and started throwing up a few minutes after visiting that cave. This one's more likely the MK because the other one, it has one that follows what Kenny says, but this one has two that follows what he says. Now, why I don't think it is mainly because he passed in his video. Yeah, if you look closely in the video, you see the exact same cave. And he was looking around, and I don't think it's the cave. It doesn't look like a capital M. And something's just giving me that's not the cave. The other one is a cave put in onto the side of a mountain that looks like a capital M, but isn't around Kenny's height, or completely level on the ground, because, well, Kenny contradicts himself. Now, there is a chance that this cave never existed. The cave might have existed, but it doesn't look like how Kenny thinks it does. Yeah, that's really about it, though. Doesn't look like how Kenny thinks it does. It can look like it, but like I said, Kenny contradicts himself in his video. Maybe the cave doesn't look like an M. Maybe it looks more like a W. But I don't think the M cave has been found. The M cave could be found. I think the M cave could probably be closer to Area 51. Now, what do I think happened here? It's hard to say. I want to say he committed suicide, but he wasn't in debt. He was just running out of money, and he had a happy family. He wasn't lonely. He had a happy family to support him. I don't really know why he would commit suicide. Depression, yeah. You can't do much about depression besides, like, therapy. And from what I know, he didn't take any therapy. So, yeah, so him committing suicide in the desert has liability. What about the one where the evidence was found? Like I said, I don't think that happened. I think the evidence was probably planted there. I want to say the most likely theory I stated, the one I believe, was probably he probably just died. Probably died because of natural causes. I probably want to say that caves are pretty dangerous, even for a survival expert. I heard about this story from a guy who had to cut off his arm from Blue. That's his entire channel name, Blue, with 1.9 million subscribers. I heard that he was an expert, but even he messes up sometimes. There is a chance that Kenny just died because of natural causes, and Kenny probably did die because of natural causes. I don't think he committed suicide. I don't think these extraterrestrials came out and decided to snatch him into an alternate dimension and have a dance party with him. I think that's ridiculous. I don't think he got lost in a mine shaft. I think he just died in a cave. And we haven't explored every cave. Yeah, like I said, we have explored this desert so much and we have searched for him a lot. But we haven't explored literally every cave in the desert. We haven't explored every single part of the desert. There's a chance that Kenny died, and Kenny's most likely more dead than alive in the desert because, well, if he was alive, we would have found clues by now. So, that's my video.